I'm going to start today's workshop. We are going to do a swan mixed media art project that I totally forgot to take it near me. So yes, this will be the project that we will be doing today. That we will make a mixed media project out of eggshells, some old papers and some cotton if you like this way, and we will be doing this project today. And the easy way to start this one, if you can use some old papers and eggshell and some watercolors or acrylic paint, it's up to you. So at the moment I have a white color paper. What I will be doing is, this is an old paper, you can see, and I didn't use anything new. This paper, one side you can see it's already used, and this side is clean, so I'm going to use this side for the workshop. So the better thing you can do is, you don't need to go shopping and buy things, and of course these days you have to say indoor, not outdoor. So it's better you use something at home. A4 sheet, you can use two A4 sheets together, glue it together and use it, then it will be much more harder if you don't have. And then you can color the background in one color, any color that you will be like, you can use on that. So I am going to use some light blue, and by the way, you can use watercolor or acrylic paint, both, anything that you will be like. You don't need to stick with same thing like acrylic paint or only like that way to think. So you can use single color or you can use multicolors. So full paper should be colored like this way, full paper. So in the end it should be look like this. So this is an old paper from a A4 size, no, A3 size acrylic painting canvas pad book backside cover that I didn't want to throw it. I will be using that one. So this is this way. So you can see in this picture I colored several colors. This is the paint from yesterday's workshop that remained. I didn't want to throw it. So what did I do? I just colored randomly few colors, like I had pink, purple and little bit yellow, so white color. And what did I do? I used that one and I colored the full paper. So you can use single color or you can go for like multicolors, like 3-4 colors together, and you can just color it and the full paper will be look like this way. So make sure you can color with one color or few color. You can use acrylic paint or you can use watercolor both, and poster paint, that is also good thing. So later onwards, second part, once you finish, leave it to dry. At least it will need, if you're using watercolor, you need like 5 to 10 minutes to dry. Acrylic paint is kind of quickly drying because we are normally don't use a lot of water onto the acrylic paint. So next thing that you're going to decorate the swan. This will be the swan. So first you have to trace the swan in a A4 sheet. I'm still using some old papers, same white color paper that I'm recycling. I have a big part of that, so I'm still cutting and using that one. So draw the swan and cut it. When you cut it, it should be look like this way. What you can do is next, it's normal white glue, you use eggshells. This way, and the white glue, of course. White glue is quickly drying, so you don't need to spend a lot of time. Remember what did I said about our glue brushes when we cleaning? Remember you have to clean with soap and hot water, and always try to leave the brushes in the hot water. So you can do is apply glue little by little, not on the full swan by the way, only on the parts that you will put the eggshell. But the full swan should be done with eggshell, but go little by little, not at once, because glue is quickly drying. When you try to put the eggshell, glue will be dried, and then again you have to start from the beginning to apply glue. Keep the eggshell. So if you see, this is the up, so this part should be come up and this part should go down. That's the way you will be applying the eggshell. So for the full swan, you should put little bit glue and break eggshell little bit big pieces, so it's easy for you. So if you see the picture, it should be look like this way. I put swan eggshell, so you can see the full swan should be done, and in the end it should look like something this. You can see it. So what did I do? I did it a little bit early, one part I kept so it's easy for me. That's right. So I will keep the glue brush in a side, and now I will go to the paper, the one that I color. So what did I will do? I will take the paper and I will keep the swan in the middle and glue, and keep some space in the bottom part so you can put some nice decoration like leaves or flowers, anything that you like. So first you have to apply glue onto the swan, the back side of swan, okay? Don't press hard so the glue will damage your eggshells. So be soft and nice with your art project. So you apply a little bit extra glue and keep the glue brush in a side. Always use something old in a side to keep the paint brushes or glue brushes that you always keep using. And stick your swan in the middle. It should be look like this way when you finish it. You stick the swan exactly in the middle. So once your swan is sticked, you can color the swan in one color. It's up to you which color you want to do, because this is a small art project for kids to be enjoying doing. I don't want you to like think, oh, it's swan is white color, only white color should be used like that. So enjoy the colors that you're using. I don't want you to like take pressure too much. So color over the eggshell, but slowly color, because if you smudge it, eggshell can be removed and come. I am going to use light blue color because I like light blue color. Because my background is kind of darker, I use pink and purple for background, so I want something much more lighter to the swan. So I'm going to stick with light blue color and I will color the full swan. Actually, I'm using watercolors, not acrylic paint for this one, by the way. Acrylic paint from yesterday remains I was using for the background, but I don't want any more acrylic paint onto this one, so I just use watercolor. This paint that I'm using, it's a watercolor. It's very easy when you use watercolor. It's quickly spreading around because water is mixed instead of acrylic paint. Even poster color is nice if you use. Try poster color. Anything that you like to have except oil paint, by the way. So you don't need to go shopping. Just something inside the house you can find. You can use. Okay, so my swan is done. Once it's done, it should be look like this way. So I use light blue color, you can see, and I colored it, and I will leave it in the middle, in a side. Now I have these color papers that I asked you to collect if you like. I'm going to cut some nice pieces like leaves, long ones, and use. Of course, you can use two to three different green colors. I'm going to use two different green colors. It's look nice, that's why. Some people have this funny scissor. It's have different shape when you cut something. So maybe if you have, you can use that one, or you can cut by yourself with different edges like up and down like this. So you have to cut something like this way, pointy ones. You can see some pointy ones, you can cut it. Few more you need, like a V shape. So all my ones that I cut, it's V-shaped ones. So you can use those ones. A nice decoration. So still you can use the normal white glue. Apply one line in the bottom of your board. One long line. Watch out when you use glue, don't spill it around. So you have to do like one light green, one darker green, like that way. You can use. If you have single color also, it's totally fine. Don't need to go for third color. If you like to use, you can use single color. If you like, you can use two colors or one color. That is up to you. So if you see, my long lines are almost done. I use like this way, two colors. So it's so nice, and you can use try it that way too. So if you see now, I have done nice long lines. So then again, I have another different green. So I will cut some leaves, different shapes. By the way, you can bend the paper and cut a small square like this way. Like this way, okay? And just to give a shape, like this shape. It's like a heart. I want to make it. So you can do it. See? So this green color leaves like a heart shape when you cut. And you can stick around anywhere that you like. Some up, some down. But don't go to the up part. It should be a little bit down. Some you can stick on the bottom part on the leaves. It look nice. So randomly put it, so it's totally fine. It's look like a pond with flowers and things. So I cut some flowers with red color. So you can cut some flowers the way you like the design should be. You don't need to do the same thing that I'm doing, and you can stick the flowers also in the pond. It looks so nice randomly. See? Okay. And this you can cut with colored papers. You don't need to go and cut You see, it's not perfect, but it look nice with different shapes when you cut paper pieces and stick. And I have these old papers that I cut, I'm using. You also can cut some stars, or if you don't have this shaped stars or anything as a cloud way, you can use like put a glue dot and put a cotton, not just cotton bud. So like this way, cotton balls you can randomly stick. So I'm going to stick these stars that I have. It's cut out with papers from a, I always cut these shapes and things for stencils, and so I thought I will use those one. So I stick that one. Now I'm done with that. Then again, the important thing, remember, if you don't have an eye like this one for your swan, you can always use a black color dot, and over it you can keep a white color dot. Then your swan's eye will be ready. So I will use a small glue dot and I will put the eye. Ta-da. Yes, like that way. And the third one, the last part that you will be do is you can use some liners or you can use some paint. I have liners. I know everyone will not have liners at home. 3D liners it's called, like this way. So you can use paint and just make like normal curvy lines. So I have liners. You don't have. You can use it. You don't need to like use liners itself. You can just use paint and do the lines. And I'm going to put some on the flower. And I'm going to use some dots on the swan. So these things you can do with paint. If you don't have liners, you can always do with the paint. You don't need to buy liners, because this project I did today, it's very easy to find inside the house. I don't want you to go and do shopping. I just found a white color paper. If you don't have the white color paper, you use two A4 sheets together and glue it together, so it will be much more harder than single paper. So once it's glued together, you can color the full background with watercolor or acrylic paint or poster color, it's up to you. Once it gets dry, you cut a swan in a different paper and use eggshell and stick eggshell with the glue. Once it gets dry, you can color the swan and stick to the previous background paint paper. Once it's done, you can use some nice leaves. You can cut some your own designs. You don't need to like focus on different designs. You can cut your own designs and you stick it, and then you can do some any designs like this way, and your project should be look like this. The finishing will be okay. This is very easy. If you see this one, we didn't went any shopping except the paint. Other things you can find from your house. And still, if you don't have paint in your house, you can always stick with something different, like coffee. That is a good idea. Coffee is a color, by the way. You can use like melt it in the water and you can put it and you can just color it. Of course it's brown color, but it's a very good color you can use. These materials that oh yes, I can see someone is asking question that which materials you will be need. Okay, I will repeat the materials. You can, if you don't have a white color paper like something for the background, you can see this paper that I use. If you don't have paper, you can always use two A4 sheets together and color the full background, because one A4 sheet is much more thinner. When you have two A4 sheets together, it's much more thicker. And color the background, leave it to dry, then you will use eggshells. My swan, I cut it in a A4 sheet, not real A4 sheet, that also a recycle, just a paper. So I did is I put eggshell and I glued it. Once the gluing is done, I left it to dry. Once it get dry, I colored it light blue. You can color the way you like. You don't need to focus on the same colors or same thing that I did. You can color the way you like. Once your color is done, you can stick it. And the papers, if I show you, you see 2 to 3 different green. I use 2-3 different. Remember one thing, if you don't have colored papers, you will have always A4 sheets. Just use watercolor and color the A4 sheet with different colors and then cut it. You just V shape, pointy shape, you have to cut it. If you don't have this kind of scissor, you can always use the normal scissor and cut with the point. It's very easy. I will show you a sample. So because before I didn't had this scissor also, what did I do? I cut it like up and down like mountain shapes. You see, it's not perfect, but you don't need a perfect one because edges should be like up and down, different shapes. So you can do like that way and you stick it. Then the flowers also you can draw by your hand and then cut it and then you can stick it with glue. Use normal white glue. You don't need to use a lot of other kind of glue. I hope today's project you really enjoyed it, and I really want you guys to make sure once your work is done, the swan's mouth should be a little bit black color. So use black color to look nice, much more different one. That's why. Okay, have a fun. And this is the project that I did before, and you can see I use cotton around. In this one I had some old stars that I cut with papers and I used that one. So these are the two projects that I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's project, and we'll see you tomorrow again with a new idea. I will figure out something. I don't want you guys to go shopping, and I will figure out something for you to do. Thank you and see you.